What's up guys, Meyer here. Welcome back to another video. This is part 3 of the Nissan Titan window install. Now, little thing ahead of time. This video is made in, I guess, post dates. You know, like the window's not installed yet. But by the time you'll see it, it will be installed. But I'm just recording ahead as much as I can to save me time during the process of making all these videos. So yeah, to update you, all the back seats taken out, all the wires are loose, but by the time you see this video, the Titan window will be already in, and that little section will be cut for the glass to slide up and down. Yeah, so today we're working on the electrical part of the install, which is going to be the last part. So yeah, we're going to be running the switch power from the battery or somewhere, find a spot for the switch, run it to the back, and test it out. And I will show a clip, during this same video of it with the window working and whatnot. If y'all get what I'm saying, I'm making this video ahead of time. Anyways, let's get to it. So here's the switch that we're going to be using for this install. It is a Gamma Electronics 30 amp reverse DC motor controlled switch. So pretty much it's double pole. It's pretty simple wiring install. I'll leave a link to this switch if you want to buy this one. It's pretty well built. It clicks pretty good too. So yeah, anyways, we have to find, we got it open and taking a look at it. That's what it looks like. Feels good. So yeah. Anyways, where I'm thinking of installing this one is right here. Or right here. Right here maybe. One of these two. So what we're gonna have to do is make this caved in plastic piece not caved in. So yeah, that's gonna be our little project. I could put it over here, but I have the voltmeter, the video bypass switch, and I don't know what this one does. Probably nothing. Taken up. So yeah, this is our only area that we can install it. Anywhere else it would look so good. I would do it up here, but I don't know, it's too much work. So yeah, we're just gonna do it right here. So first I'm gonna pop this open. Alright. Then I'm gonna pull this thing out, which easily gets to. Okay. So yeah, this is the plastic piece we're gonna be modifying to making it flush in the face so we can install the switch. So it's gonna sit flush like that. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, this video is pre-planned as much as possible. So step 1 is you have to make a plate that will, sit right here and make it sit like this. And then that'll cover up the hole. So you can mount the switch itself. So I went ahead and made this piece out of like some plastic material that I found laying around. Whatever you gotta work, just find what you can use. So yeah, I went ahead and cut this ahead of time, and it's gonna sit like that. So now we have to figure out how we're gonna sit this in here, and I've done it before, but the best way I've learned to do this one is pretty much gonna make like an insert. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut like a waypoint for it to slide in, kind of like, you know, like a door, like a sliding door. It's gonna slide in, and then it's gonna end up like that. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how I did it. So I'm gonna be using a Dremel brand plastic cut disc on my easy attachment. So I'm just gonna put that in. So I'll hook it up. Cutting. So like I said, I'm just gonna make it like a little doorway for this to slide in and out, and it'll work just fine. So you're just gonna have the blade sitting against the lip of the plastic piece, and it should cut it perfectly open. So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward it and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what I meant by making a little, like a sliding door style for it. So you take that plastic piece, and I cut a little hole at the corner, a little slot, kind of like a credit card, and it slides right in, and it sits pretty good. Now there's this little gap right here because I didn't cut, you know, my little filling hole, the little piece correctly. But I'm gonna fill this in with silicone, and it should be good. So yeah, this is where our switch is gonna go. Next, I'm gonna cut the hole for it to sit flush. Yeah. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, no. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this back piece out so we can do the wiring on the switch or whatever else we do. So yeah, I'm gonna cut on that first line right there to make a way for the wires. So let's do it. There, I got this back piece cut out. That's what we don't need right here. This is where the switch is gonna go. It's gonna give me enough space to work on it or whatever else I gotta do. So yeah, this is gonna be where our switch goes. So now we're gonna cut the hole for the switch. Like I said, I have this for, for the later part of the video. What wires do what. Anyways, we're gonna focus on this picture right here. This represents the switch, like so. And this is gonna be my cutout. So it's gonna do 0.8 length and 1.5 inches height. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be cutting out into this plastic piece. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make I guess we can use this. Yeah. We're gonna make a little template and make sure it fits tight, and then we're just gonna trace the cutout template on top of this, trace it, and then cut it. So let's do that. Alright, so I think I wasn't recording, but I used a little caliper and I just measured it. pre-measured it, so 8.2, which is still good. That's fine. Then I got the one over a little bit over 1.5 on the meat. So yeah, I made this little cutout, and then I test fitted the switch in there, so it should just pop in. So that lets you know it's gonna work. And then we're just gonna sit on top of the plastic and trace it and cut it. That's good. Under the sun. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like. Here's the switch. This looks a little weird, but it has enough gasket or trim to cover it all up. So that's what it looks like. It looks a little offset to the right because of the way we made it. So I'm gonna take this out real quick. I'll try. Show you what it looks like in. Slide down. Pop the switch in. And there you have it. There's your switch mount. Like I said, I'm gonna add silicone to the corner of these, or I might remake the little place plate off camera. So yeah, we got enough room to access the terminals from the back, and feels good. Let's go see what it looks like on the switch and see what it looks like. Shout out to the AZ boys with the unknown gang. Okay, so we got a switch. Looks ugly right now, but we can make it look good. And put it on there, clips in. Looks pretty good to me. So yeah, there's our switch. I left enough space for another switch or whatever else, you know, may come up. So yeah, there's the switch. Now let's get to the wiring. First thing we gotta do is we gotta run 2 wires, which a ground and a negative, which I'm gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna use the brown as my ground and the white as my hot. So it's gonna go from the back of the switch. We're gonna loop it through here, and then we're gonna run it all underneath the board and meet it with our motor. It's gonna be sitting right there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. Run the wire, you know, two leads from the inside and underneath. Okay. Green and yellow. I'm gonna use green as my negative and yellow as my hot. Now this goes straight from, you know, these aren't hot until they have power to them. So yeah, I ran them from, snaked them down there to the bottom, and I left just enough in case I have to cut some. So yeah, that's that. Next thing we're gonna do is run another set to get our actual ground connection and our 12-volt connection. So we're gonna open up this panel right here, and let's see what the best option would be. we're going to use, let's see. Y'all see one I could use? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Auxiliary power 2. Set 20 amp one. So it's gonna be, let's see, this yellow one right there. You see that yellow one? It's gonna be that one. We're gonna be using that one. I'm gonna test it first and make sure it does turn on and off with the truck. Just in case somebody wants to like be sneaky and roll it down while the truck's off or no keys are in it, they can't do it without the key. So yeah, don't run a 12 volt directly from the battery unless you want somebody being able to roll your window up and down without the key. So yeah, I'm gonna test that fuse, see if it's good to go. Testing out the fuse, and it is good to go. It does turn off whenever the key's out, but it's hot whenever the key's in. So that is the one we're gonna use. I'm gonna be using it with a little tap. It's a little spade tap. It just slips on there. And it's not the best one. I recommend using this right here, these little taps better. But this one like is a little bulky. Whenever I slip it on there, it doesn't push all the way because there's more fuses in the way. So yeah, this one just fits right in there. Let me go ahead and slip it on there. Get right in there. Alright, with that, with this T-tab, I will be able to use a spade connector and just slip it on there. And I'm going to add something to protect it so it won't touch anything else. Alright, so now I'm going to take my 12 volt wire, which I'm going to use the white one for this one. Slip it on there and crimp it. Run it to the spade connector and then run it to where the switches are. And then I'm going to connect the ground to a stud. I think I'm going to use this one right here. This one seemed to be grounded pretty good. Right here. And run it up here. I ran it. Look, it just slides in there to a little gap. And you just grab it with your hand and you should be able to meet it on the other side. Now you just plug in the spade to the 12 volt right there. And add a little ring terminal. Unscrew this and it should ground just fine. Alright, so I got the brown grounded to a bolt. The white is hot tapped in, ran up. So now before I clean it up, I'm gonna test the leads with the actual motor itself. So let me go grab it and we're gonna hook it up. Motor right here. Got these 2 wires. And I'm gonna go get my, okay, here's the motor. There's gonna be 2 little wires and 2 big wires. You're not gonna use the 2 little wires unless you're gonna use the defrost on the Titan window. So just ignore those. So now you have the blue and yellow and the red and black. So we're gonna figure out which one lets it down. If not, we're just gonna switch the polarity. So connect those. Oh, raise it up a little bit. So once I connect them, the window should go up like that, and if I flip them around, it should go down. Flip it around. Flip it back around, down. One more time. So yeah, that's pretty much the concept of the Titan window. Pretty much a 12-volt supply, powers it up and down. What I'm about to do is I'm gonna add an inline fuse somewhere along this, because you know that's our baby right there. We don't want nothing to happen to it, and if something happens, we want it to stop it before it happens. So now I'm just gonna add the inline fuse back in there somewhere and clean up the wiring, and we'll get to the switch part, which is the confusing part where you have to know what pin does what, and we'll get to that in just a second. Alright, so I got my wires cleaned up. Yeah, got it around with Tessa tape, and so now we're gonna do the hardest part, which is ID and the switch, knowing what button does what. So on the back of the switch, there's gonna be numbers on it. If I didn't have that flash, you could tell, but right here, first one's a 1, the one across it is a 4, the one below it is a 6, and across the 6 is a 3. So I simplified it down. The 1's gonna equal one of the motor wires. We don't know which one. It could be the positive or negative, depending on what you plug first. Okay, number 3, which is that bottom left, is the ground, which is the one coming right here, which would be the brown one right here. It snakes down and grounds to the frame at the bolt. Number 4 is the other motor wire, and it could be either one until, you know, if you want the polarity backwards, like depends on how you mount the switch is what it comes down to. You know, if you flip the switch around, well, actually I'm tripping. If you know, if your wires, if your switch rolls up but the motor rolls down, then just flip the wires around, and it should fix that continuity thing. Okay, and number 6 is the 12-volt, which is the white one that we ran from that little mini fuse splice. So yeah, take a look at it. Number 1, 3. Okay. So now we're just gonna add these spade connectors, and they should clip right in there. So I'm gonna put those on right quick, and we'll get to putting them on. So I got the little spade terminals on. Okay. So now let's get to the connecting. So we said number 1 was a motor wire, which would be any of the yellow or green one, which is this one. I'm gonna scooch all up. Okay. Number 1, top right corner. We're just gonna push the yellow one in there. Okay. Number 3, which one's that? Oh, this one right here. That's the ground. It's gonna be the brown one. Okay. Number 6, which is the one right beside it, it's gonna be the 12-volt. Okay, and last but not least, This one. And this one's shut. Pretty tight. There we go. Like so. Okay, so now we're just gonna push it back, flip it. Okay, there we're finished product. Like I said, I'm still gonna silicone that down, which will be done in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna plug in my 12 volt right here, and we should be live. The switch should be live. Okay guys, it's been a couple days, and if you've seen part 1 and 2, you'll know by now the Titan window is in, and it looks good and all that. It's installed. Link to part 1 and 2 are going to be in the link in the description. So yeah, let's get to wiring it. Okay, let me undo these. It's pretty easy. I think I already explained to you in the previous clip, but I haven't looked at the clips anyways. Okay, anyways, let me explain it for right here. So you have these 2 smaller wires, one's a red and white, one's just a solid black. These smaller sets of wires are for the defrost, for the Titan glass. I'm not going to be using those. You can, but you have to figure out your own way to wire that up. I'm not going to be doing that, so you can skip that part. Okay, let's get to the bigger wire, which is the blue and yellow and red and black. Now, for mine, it's kind of hard to explain this end because I forgot by now. But anyways, once you have those wired up and powered up in the previous clips, if you press the window switch and it goes, if you press it down and the window goes up, then your polarity is backwards. So all you would have to do is just switch these 2 wires around, have the green one on the blue and the yellow on the red, so then it would switch polarities. So it doesn't really matter how you wire it, as long as your switch movement matches with your window movement. Just make sure you wire the tuck in, make it look clean. I'm still working on mine, but I just wanted to go ahead and get the video posted and uploaded. Yeah, just use heat shrink and some good butt connectors or solder. I'm going to be doing solder because I want it done right. So that's about it for that. Part 4. We said there's going to be part 3, but it's going to be now part 4 in the next video, because I'm going to be doing the how to do the solve the water leakage issue. I got an idea that might work. I'm just working on it, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah guys, that's about it for part 3. Like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. So yeah, take a look at it one more time. Up, down. So yeah guys, we'll see you on part 3. Thanks for watching.